secure the first-round playoff game at home, no matter what happens at Indy next week. But if we would happen not to win, we would need Colby to lose and us to win the game in order to get a home playoff game in the last game of the year. And we don't want to rely on anybody else. We want to take care of it ourselves. And I know the guys are a little salty after last night's performance. They weren't happy with the way they played over there, and they're going to know the importance of this game on Saturday, and I'm anticipating us taking care of it.
Well, and I obviously it doesn't need to be said really, but momentum, especially for a team this young going into the postseason, is a big deal. You don't want to obviously be going into the postseason off of a loss or kind of going back and forth. So these last 2 games of the season, a great opportunity to get back on track, get a couple W's, and take a little bit of positive momentum into the postseason.
Yeah, that'd be good. If you do that, you get a different feeling about yourself, and then weird things happen. It's just the way the game goes sometimes. So we're hopeful that's what's going to happen. Play well Saturday, and then go play the final game up at Indy next Wednesday, and hopefully take care of business in both of them.
You mentioned your guys having a little bit of a salty taste in their mouth after last night's game against Hutch. And I'm curious if you think, based on practice today and the conversations you've had with the guys leading up to this Colby game, if there's any salty taste in their mouth from the first matchup with Colby, where they had a double-digit lead at the half. Colby came back, kind of stole that game. You had a chance to win it down the stretch and came up short. And now, obviously, here 8 weeks later, that looms large, because now this is a big matchup for the postseason implications. So do your guys maybe have a little bit of revenge on the mind against the Trojans particularly?
I hope so. We didn't talk too much about them today. I just told them the importance of the game. But we'll get into them more tomorrow. We worked on some different stuff today. But, yeah, that game up there, we were up, I think 10 or 12 at halftime, and in the first 4 minutes they cut it back where it's tied, and then they take the lead, and we just did some really bonehead things up there. We had the lead at half, but we didn't particularly play that well, and I'm hopeful that we're going to obviously come out and execute a lot better in the first half, and then continue it on the second half. But at that time we had that trend going a number of times where we would have a lead, and all of a sudden then we let a team go on a run like they did up there, and we weren't able to overcome it. We had some opportunities at the end of the game and just weren't able to pull it off.
Well, I think it's, it ties into the theme of this year's team, where it's, the highs and the lows. And you see it's a theme that we saw a little bit with some other teams you played this year, where they Northwest Tech comes to mind, and Seward County in the first game at Nellis Hall comes to mind. But teams that really struggled offensively in the first half, because your team is a good defensive team. I mean, the numbers show that it's been a solid defense most of the season. Colby shoots 42% in the first half, just 1 of 8 from 3. And then in the second half, 56% from the field and 50% from 3. Yeah. So it's just, I don't think all of that can be pinned on the defense. I think there's just been games this year where, unluckily for your group, teams have just gotten hot in the second half.
Yeah. yes, they have. When we got done with the Colby game, I was just saying to my assistants, I said, it confuses me how they have the record they have, the way that they played against us. They executed their offense at a high level. They shot the ball really well. They played really hard defensively. I was impressed with their team at the time, and since then they've won a few games, and they've, like I said, they moved up a little bit in the standings, and if we don't play right, we're definitely going to have our hands full Saturday.
Coach, this Trojans team doesn't quite have the same depth that Hutch does. I don't know if anybody in the league really has the depth that Hutch does, maybe outside of Barton, but what is interesting about this to me is they played 7 guys consistent minutes in the first matchup. They had 2 guys that came in late, but they had 7 guys that played 18-plus minutes, and of those 7 guys, 6 of them were shooting threes. So it's a team that can spread the floor on you. It's a team that really almost everybody that gets minutes is comfortable shooting the three. So with a team that spreads the floor like that, what's the approach defensively?
Yeah, they have a real international flavor to their team, and a lot of times, you get those international guys, a lot of European guys that can shoot the ball. And, Jared runs an offense that allows him to be able to do that, spreads you out a little bit. He runs some good early action, then they spread you out. But then, just like we've talked about before, it comes down to your rules, and our rules don't change a lot game to game. You just got no personnel, and if your guy is a guy that can shoot it, you got to be out there and you got to be able to touch it. You got to make them have a mind of putting the ball on the floor rather than getting comfortable on the three-point line. And then the other guys, need to be what we call in the gaps. They need to be near the ball so the guy can't drive it on us and try to keep them out of the lane. But that's what we work on every single day in practice, and we're going to have to be good at it Saturday.
Well, forgive me as I hit rewind and press play on the record, but another good guard play for Colby, where they had Maxence Massadia. He ended up with 25 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, only 2 turnovers. In that first matchup, what did you see from him on the floor? He got going a little bit in the second half, but what's kind of the personnel that you're going to use to try and make his afternoon a little more difficult in round 2?
Yeah, I saw some stuff I hadn't seen on film. So, he was a different level player. He was really good against us, and we're going to obviously be very aware of that come Saturday, and just be mindful of where he's at, just like we did with Thomas last night. Thomas hurt us bad the first game here, and we did a better job on him last night over at Hutch, and so we're going to have to do that same thing on Saturday.
This is just kind of on my mind because, of course, just 2 games left in the regular season, and then we're going to be talking Region 6 tournament. And we've talked in recent weeks about how a lot of these really top-tier teams in this conference have established veteran point guards. That's really been a theme of the conference this year, and you saw, of course, another one with J.P. Ricks for Hutch last night. Really just played well. I think he drew a couple of charges. He had a couple steals that led to transition scores. He ran that offense, I thought, really, really well for a majority of that game. So when you see guards like him and Arjante Dallas and Mose Downing Rivers, what is kind of some of the things that you've seen from these guys this year that you might use for a potential postseason game to try and get them out of sync a little bit and maybe try and put a little bit of pressure on an experienced point guard?
It's hard to get those guys out of sync. I mean, they're good point guards. You just got to be solid against them. And just do the best you can against those guys, and then not let other guys hurt you in ways. But it's frustrating because as good as all those point guards are, the point guard that we had returning this year is better than all those guys. I mean, that's been what we've had to live with this year with the situation with Landon not coming back. I mean, he would have been, and there are good ones. I mean, this league, you've rattled them off, all the different good ones. You forgot Dallas over at Cowley. He's really good. I mean, they're all veteran guys, just like Landon would have been, and Landon would have been the top of all of them. But, when you're playing against guys like that, you got to be solid on them. I thought we did a heck of a job against Brody out of Garden City last week. It was just some other guys that hurt us, and we couldn't score. Chris wasn't there, and we couldn't score. Mose hurts you in different ways. Mose up at Barton County, he doesn't score much, but unbelievable passer and just a great leader for their team. For a point guard that, doesn't shoot it and doesn't...
First up, we would like to recognize from Parsons, Kansas, manager Aiden Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, Aiden Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, you say Sugimoto.
Ravens and Colby Trojans round 2. I'm Shay Neal. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network. Starting lineups coming your way in just a moment. Of course, the Ravens honor their sophomores here today, Chris Carroll, Bubakar Keita, as well as student trainer Wyatt Watson and the managers Aiden Marks and Yusei Sugimoto. Congratulations to all of them. And let's get you starting lineups for the Colby Trojans. Tonight for Colby, coming into this one 10-18 on the season. It will be a 5'11 guard out of Antony, France, number 0, Maxence Massadia. A 6'6 freshman out of Belleville, Illinois, number 2, Dineco Rucker. A 6'5 freshman from Briançon, France, number 4, Raphael Nagao Truart. A 6'2 freshman from Burdett, Kansas, number 12, Alec Carlson. And a 6'9 freshman from Ankara, Turkey, number 23, Sivan Katak. For the Red Ravens tonight, it is a 5'10 freshman from Owensboro, Kentucky, number 2, Brian Griffith. A 6'6 freshman from Evansville, Indiana, number 4, Janai Summers. A 6'7 freshman from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 5, CJ Smith. A 6'6 sophomore from Tallahassee, Florida, number 15, Chris Carroll. And a 7-foot freshman from Lake Mary, Florida, number 22, Charles Caparasso. One more time for Colby today. It's Maxence Massadia, Dineco Rucker, Raphael Nagao Truart, Alec Carlson, and Sivan Katak. For the Ravens, Brian Griffith, Janai Summers, CJ Smith, Chris Carroll, and Charles Caparasso. Ravens in the home white with the red trim. Colby in the road dark blues with the light blue trim. It's the Ravens off the tip. Here we go. And Summers instantly attacks and lays it in. Janai Summers, the first 2 points of the day in about 6 seconds. Big game for the Ravens today. They win, they lock up a home playoff game. They lose, they may need a little bit of help. Massadia tries to hand it off. That's stolen by Carroll. Here comes Griffith. Ravens get a score, get a stop. Janai works it to Chris. Chris down low to Caparasso. Charles goes to work, puts it up, can't get it. Off the rim, no good. Like the aggressiveness, though, from Caparasso. Charles gets the start on this final home game of the regular season. Going up there and tying the game is Nagao Truart. Summers fakes, steps back, down low, Charles Caparasso, right back to Janai. Ravens and Colby tied at 2, a minute in. Carroll. And what's that call? Offensive foul against Janai Summers. Excuse me, no foul call there, just a turnover by the Ravens. But we're tied at 2, and now a chance for Colby to take the lead. Massadia works it left. This is Rucker. Massadia had 25 points in the first game against the Ravens out in Colby. Ravens ready to game plan for him a little bit more this time around. Massadia the fake, hands it off. This is Nagao Truart. 3 for Rucker is short, out of bounds. Red Raven basketball. Tied at 2, 90 seconds in. Coffeyville basketball. Again, if you're just now joining us, Ravens win, and they lock up the 8th seed, which would mean a home playoff game at Nellis Hall. Summers for 3, well off. The drive by Colby, and that's Truart trying to find Massadia. Corner 3, Massadia is off. Rebound Karam to CJ Smith. Both teams knocked down their first shots. Both teams have gone cold since. Griffith hands off CJ Smith. Smith trying to get it down low to Caparasso. CJ the attack, and a foul is called against the Colby defense. That'll be on number 2, Dineco Rucker. $17:52 to go first half. We're tied at 2. Big game in the conference standings. Coffeyville in 8th, Colby in 10th, but with a win, would move up to 8th. With Dodge City off today. Brian Griffith the drive, the spin. Griffith kicks to Caparasso. Caparasso spinning, going up, and Charles gives the Ravens the lead. Caparasso earned the start. He's got an early score for the Ravens. (4-2), Coffeyville leads early in this one. Masadia goes right at Caparasso. Pressure comes from Carroll. Truart. Miguel Truart now works it right to Rucker. And now this is Carlson. Carlson with 5 to shoot, finds Truart. Masadia gets to the baseline, layup too strong. Was a good look for Masadia, just couldn't finish at the rim. Here comes Carroll the other way. That's how you finish at the rim. Chris Carroll puts it up and in. It's 6-2 Coffeyville. Ravens off to a good start on the interior, and they lead it by 4. Masadia, Carroll defending Truart. And now here's the pressure from the Colby offense, and there's going to be a layup for the Turkish freshman, Sivan Katak. 6-4 Coffeyville, 16:25 to go first half. Screen, Summers has the basketball. He's guarded by Carlson. He now works it to Brian Griffith. Griffith has it, works left to Summers. Janai spins. Janai down low to CJ Smith. Smith goes at Rucker, pull-up jump shot, and CJ knocks it down. 8-4 Ravens. CJ has a score for Coffeyville. 4 minutes in, Ravens by 4. Katak, backdoor cut. Truart goes right at Carroll. Nice spin move, but he missed the shot, and Chris Carroll has the rebound. 8-4 Ravens. They're trying to build on an early lead, but that one turned over by Chris Carroll. Up ahead to Masadia. Pass inside. Rucker will go up and dunk it. Maxence Masadia finds Daneko Rucker. 8-6 our score. 4.5 minutes in. Carroll has the basketball now. Ravens clinging to a 2-point lead. Griffith, backdoor cut, and he's fouled by Masadia. Media timeout. Substitutions for the first time today. Ravens lead at 8-6 early in this one. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network.
Shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place at Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler.
Of their first 6 shots, they lead at 8-6. I'm Shane Eel. It's US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network. 4 different Ravens starters have scored early in this one. 2 for Carroll, 2 for Caparasso, 2 for Smith, and 2 for Summers. With a win today, the Ravens lock up a home playoff game a week from today, right here at Nellis Hall. Inbounds by Griffith goes to Javen Kofer. Kofer finds Summers, pass to Griffith. Ravens lead it by 2. Janai has it on the right wing. Janai hands off to Chris Carroll. Carroll steps into a jump shot, had it blocked, and that's by Bola Conk, one of the new Trojans out on the floor, along with number 11, Christian Larry, and number 14, Marco Malakinzinik. Step back 3, Masadia, that's off. Rebound taken by Chris Carroll. Ravens still lead it by 2. Griffith steps into a 3 and missed it. Rebound cleared out by Colby. Colby led by head coach Gerard Stanford. Of course, the Ravens led by the Hall of Famer Jay Herkelman. Masadia the attack. Masadia, what a finish with the left hand. And we are tied. Colby has responded. Carroll works it right. This is Kofer. Javen back to Chris. Chris gets the three off and knocks it down. Chris Carroll from downtown. A good answer for the Ravens, and they go right back up by 3. Colby basketball trailing 11-8, 6 minutes in. And this is number 14, Malik Kinzinik. Griffith comes away with a steal for the Raven defense. Coffeyville basketball leading by 3. Griffith to Kofer. Kofer the attack, kick to Carroll, tries again. Carroll, back-to-back triples. Chris Carroll with a quick 8 points for the Ravens, and they're back up by 6 on back-to-back three-pointers from Christian Carroll. This is Larry. Larry hands it off to Akok. Now Masadia. Masadia back to Larry on the left wing. Larry guarded by Carroll. 5 to shoot here for the Trojans. This is going to be a tough shot. He got around the defense. And a layup by Nagao Truart. Janai going quickly the other way, and Summers finishes at the rim. Timeout, Colby. Ravens playing fast and furious on the offensive end. They lead it 16-10. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Windsor Place at-home care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place at-home care, 800-982-1866.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring.
Jeremiah Kemboy in for the Ravens. They lead it by 6, and there's a Colby turnover with 12:59 left in the first half. I'm Shane Neal. This is Raven Basketball on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 16-10, Coffeyville the lead. Janai Summers, Chris Carroll have combined for 12 of the 16 so far. Janai has it top of the key. Gets a screen from C.J. Smith. Summers goes to work. Kicks to Kemboy. Kemboy sets up for 3. A little bit strong on that one. C.J. got a hand on it. Out of bounds, last touched by the Ravens. So it will be Colby Trojan basketball. .12:30 to go, first half. Trojans take the 3, knock it down. That's Rucker from downtown. Fake by Kemboy. Kemboy to Summers. Summers the drive. Summers throws one up. Wild shot, Janai. Great finish by Janai Summers. 18-13 Coffeyville at the 8-minute mark. Carlson works it right to a Koch. And now Rucker the attack. Rucker goes right into C.J. Smith. Goes up, missed the shot. Offensive rebound for Colby, and Rucker's fouled on the way up. We'll see Caparasso check back in. Foul was on Kemboy. And immediate timeout. 11:49 to go first half. Ravens 18, Colby 13. Big game today for Coffeyville. They lead it by 5. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. on, filet mignon.
Savor the juicy filet ole steak bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Got a car? Maybe a motorcycle or even a boat. Do you rent or own your own home? If you have any of these, call NDB in Coffeyville and then relax. NDB can protect your assets and save you money. They represent at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970.
Hot start for the Raven offense. They're shooting 62% from the field. The duo of Chris Carroll and Janai Summers have 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Ravens lead at 18-13 here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 11:49 to go in the first half. Daneko Rucker heading to the free throw line for Colby. First free throw here for Rucker. It's up and short. Rucker, a freshman out of Belleville, Illinois. He's got one more free throw to come. On its way, and good. Kofer brings it up. Javen hands it off to Chris Carroll. Carroll, full head of steam, goes right at the Colby defense. Now hands off Caparasso. Jump shot a little bit short there from Charles. Rebound cleared out by Colby. Rucker has it. Trojans down by 4. 11.5 to go, first half. Trojans have it. Rucker hands it off to Akoke. Akoke has it down low. Pass up top. Carlson for 3 is in and out. And a battle for the rebound collected by Chris Carroll. Carroll gets it to Kofer. Ravens try to push. And Javen slows it down now with 11:08 to go in the first half. Jeremiah Kemboy. Kemboy to Carroll. Carroll's hit 3 of his first 4 shots. He has the basketball guarded by Akoke. Carroll the attack. Carroll goes up. He's hit 4 out of 5. Another finish at the rim for Chris Carroll. Carroll's got 10 for the Ravens in the opening 9 minutes. What a day for Chris, or what a start to the day for Chris. 20-14 Coffeyville. Rucker for 3. Good. Rucker's got now 9 points for Colby. Carroll finds Summers. Summers the fake. Down low, Caparasso. Charles goes to work, goes up, and got it. 4 points for Caparasso. Ravens by 5 with 10:22 to go in the first half. Caparasso looks strong on the offensive end. Summers knocked down. Rucker again for 3. It's good. 12 for Rucker. And he's got Colby hanging right there. Kofer the attack. Hands off Carroll. We're at the halfway point of the first half. Ravens lead it by 2. And there's a trip and an offensive foul against Caparasso as Carlson ended up tripping. We'll see Kemboy check in for Janai Summers. So it's Griffith, Kemboy, Kofer, Carroll, and Caparasso. 9:55 to go. First half. This is Masadia. Working it to Rucker, who's the hot hand. He's got 12 points. Rucker tried to fake the ball handle there and turned it over. Raven defense gets a stop. Carroll's the hot hand for the Ravens. He goes right inside, hands off to Caparasso, and Charles is fouled on the way up. So with 9:36 to go in the first half, Charles Caparasso will head to the free throw line for Coffeyville. So Charles Caparasso is at the free throw line, the freshman out of Lake Mary, Florida. Former state finalist swimmer. First free throw, good. You can imagine you move pretty quick in the water when you're 7 feet tall. CJ Smith back in for Chris Carroll. One more free throw here for Caparasso. Charles, deep breath, and knocks it down. 6 points for Caparoso. Ravens lead it by 4 with 9.5 to go in the first half. We've had a good one so far. Colby's hung right there with a Raven team that's played pretty good offense. That one gets to Masadia. Masadia to Christian Larry. And they work it down low. Trouble. They find Nagao Truart, and that's a foul against the Ravens that'll send Truart to the free throw line. That'll be on Brian Griffith. First free throw here for Truart is off. One more to come here for the freshman out of Briançon, France. And up and got the bounce. 1 out of 2, Trojans trail by 3. Brian Griffith brings it up for Coffeyville. Griffith on the right wing hands it off to CJ. CJ to Kemboy, and that's going to be a foul against CJ Smith. Nine minutes to go, first half. Colby can tie it with a 3 here. This is Masadia. And they hand it off to Truart. Now back to Masadia. Masadia had 25 points the first time these two teams met. He's only got 2 so far today. Spinning baseline going up with the reverse and finishing it there was Malakinyasik. So the Raven lead is just 1. CJ Smith, the attack, goes up, finishes at the rim. CJ Smith with an aggressive take and showing the strength. 26-23 Coffeyville. These two teams have traded buckets all half, and there's a 3 to tie the game for Maxence Masadia. Griffith, the attack. Griffith fouled on the way up. Foul against Katak. Second foul against Katak, 4th against the Trojans. Free throws coming for the freshman point guard, Brian Griffith. Substitutions coming for Colby. First free throw for Griffith is good. We'll see the return of Malakinyasik. And the first time today we've seen number 21, Matthias Malith Picorni. Free throw here for Griffith. In and out. Rebound battled for, taken by the Trojans. Ravens lead is just 1. Colby can take the lead here on this possession. Truart. Hands off to Masadia. Masadia to Larry. Larry to Malakinyasik. And now Masadia gets to the baseline, tries to hand it off. That one poked by Janai. Media timeout, 7:57 to go, first half. Ravens lead at 27-26. Colby hanging right there with them. This is a big game. Both these teams playing like it. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
And neighbors. We are your regional healthcare system, caring for Southeast Kansas and Northeast Oklahoma. With comprehensive technology and experienced medical staff, caring medical professionals, and a 24-hour emergency room staffed with emergency medicine physicians. We are people you know and healthcare you trust. For more information, visit our website, crmcinc.org.
When you need to rely on a nursing facility for the care of a loved one, wouldn't it be comforting to know that the owner is providing the care? Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others.
Ravens lead it by 1 here at Nellis Hall. 7:57 to go, first half. I'm Shea Neal. US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network. It's Maxence Masadia to inbound it here for Colby. With the Trojans down just by 1. The inbounds will go to Malith Picorni. And down low, this is a pass to Truart. And a deep three by Masadia is off the front of the rim, no good. And Carroll collects the rebound. Chris Carroll's got 10 points for the Ravens. On 4 of 5 shooting. 7.5 to go first half. Griffith attacking. Griffith finds a cutting Chris Carroll. Carroll tried to get it to Caparasso, and they turn it over. Masadia the pass. Malakinyusik works it to Masadia. Masadia works it back up to the top of the key. Colby down by 1, 7:15 to go. First quarter, Rucker's the hot hand. He lets it go. He got it. Daneko Rucker with 15 points for the Colby Trojans, and they lead it 29-27 as we come down to the 7-minute mark. CJ Smith fouled by Malakinyusik. First foul against Malakinyusik, the 5th against the Trojans. Ravens will inbound it to Brian Griffith. Under 7 to play, first half. Ravens now down by 2 thanks to the play of Daneko Rucker. He's got 15 of the 29 Colby points. Janai, CJ. 5 to shoot for the Ravens. Screen comes from Caparasso. Carroll puts it up, puts it in. Carroll ties the game. He's got 12 points. What a start to this one for Chris Carroll. Masadia hands off to Rucker. Rucker thought about the deep shot. Now we'll work it down low. They get it up top. Masadia. Masadia, the floater in the lane. That one is off. Offensive rebound blocked and a late foul call. We'll see if that's on Caparasso. It is not. It's on CJ Smith. Second on CJ. And free throws coming for Malath Picorni. First free throw from the freshman is good to give Colby the lead back. Javen Kofer comes in for CJ Smith. One more free throw here coming for the Trojans. On its way and good. 31-29, Colby leads it. 6:17 to go first half. Brian Griffith brings it up for Coffeyville. Griffith going up, ties the game. Under 6 to go first half. We're knotted at 31 after the score by Brian Griffith. Masadia, the drive, the kick, a cook. Guarded by Kofer and a foul before the shot. Kofer wanted a tie-up. Jay Herkelman didn't agree with that one. Kofer called for his first foul. And it's still Colby basketball. 5:51 to go first half. We're tied at 31. Both offenses have been very sharp in this first half. And that's going to be an offensive foul against the Trojans. That'll be a foul against Bolakok. So the Ravens with the basketball back, they'll have an opportunity to try and take the lead. 5:45 to go first half. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Griffith, the attack, tried to hand it off, and it's stolen away by the Colby Trojans. Turnover by the Ravens. Now Colby with a chance to regain the lead. And a layup is good by Carlson. Finishing over Caparasso. 33-31 Trojans. Here's Carroll. Ravens down by 2. Carroll's got 12 to lead Coffeyville in this first half. Caparasso had it poked and stolen. And Truart coming the other way, lays it in. 4-point lead for Colby now after Caparasso had it poked on the other end. Griffith working to the baseline. Bryan fouled. That'll be on Carlson. And free throws coming for Bryan Griffith. Kemboy coming in for the Ravens. Will come in for Caparaso. Bryan Griffith at the free throw line here for the Ravens. First one up, and it rims out. So Ravens come up empty at the free throw line. 4:50 to go, first half. Coffeyville down by 4. Carlson hands off, Truart. Rucker has it, he's guarded by Kofer. Rucker now, Kemboy switches on. They work it to Carlson. 10 to shoot here for the Trojans, leading by 4. They work it to Truart. Carroll right there with him, and a foul against Chris Carroll. Late in the shot clock, Ravens called for a whistle. Free throws coming now for the freshman, Rafael Nagao-Truart. One and one here for Colby. Free throw up and short. Battle for the rebound, still loose. And the Ravens come away with it, Javen Kofer. Coffeyville down by 4, 4:24 to go first half. Kofer. Javen down low to Chris Carroll. Carroll attacking. Carroll spinning, had it poked, got it back. Janai fakes the deep 3. 10 to shoot for the Ravens. Javen attacking. Javen goes up. Javen, foul called late. And with 4:09 to go first half, Javen Kofer will go to the free throw line. Second foul against Bola Coke. And we see Javen Kofer going to the free throw line for the Red Ravens. Freshman out of San Marcos, Texas. Javen's first free throw is good. One more free throw here for Javen Kofer. And he goes 2 for 2. Ravens get a pair of free throws from Javen Kofer. Colby leads at 35-33 as we go down to the 4-minute mark in this first half. A Coke guarded by Carroll. Works it to Carlson. Carlson attacking Kemboy. Floater, no. Tip, no. Still loose. Raven basketball. Media timeout. 3:52 to go first half. Colby 35, Ravens 33. Back and forth these two teams go. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network.
From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
You have a choice on where to go and who you want to be. Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
2:35-33, 3:52 to go. First half. I'm Shane Neal with US 98, the Red Ravens Sports Network. Had a good one so far in this one. Coffeyville basketball out of the timeout with a chance to tie or take the lead. Bryan Griffith brings it up. 3:43 to go, first half. Down low to Chris Carroll. Carroll goes to work. Carroll is fouled. And Chris Carroll will go to the free throw line with 3:41 to go in the first half. Second foul there against Marco Malakinyasik. And Chris Carroll at the line, 3:41 to go in the first half. First one for Chris, up and good. This next free throw could tie the game. Chris Carroll's been fantastic on the offensive end in the first half. Second one does tie the game for Chris. We are knotted at 35. Malakinyasik subbed out. We see the return of Maxence Masadia. Ravens try to get a stop, regain the lead late first half. 3.5 minutes to go. A Koch spins, hands off, and foul called there. A lot of fouls being called in this first half. That'll be on Chris Carroll, his second. Free throws coming for Bola Koch. Colby has struggled at the line so far today, for the most part. And Koch's free throw spins out, rebound Carroll. Ravens catch a break, they have a chance to take the lead. Griffith ahead to Summers. Janai steps into a baseline jumper, had it blocked, got it back, goes up and gives the Ravens the lead. Right place, right time for Janai. He gets a rebound and 2 points for his troubles. 37-35 Ravens. Carlson working off a screen, finds Masadia. Summers closes out nicely. Truart, Ravens by 2, 3 minutes to go, first half. Ravens trying to get momentum. They've scored 6 straight points. Truart. And a travel called. Colby turns it over. Now we see the return of the freshman from Turkey, Sivan Katak, for the Trojans. Griffith will bring it up. 2:50 to go, first half. Ravens 37, Trojans 35. The Ravens win, they clinch a home playoff game. A lot on the line this afternoon on sophomore day. Janai Summers. Screen comes from Kemboy. Janai trying to get inside again. This time hands it off to Kofer. Javen turns the corner, goes right at Masadia. Hands off to Griffith. 5 to shoot for the Ravens. Bryan going against Carlson. Bryan the floater. And one! Brian Griffith finishes in traffic plus the harm. And an 8-0 run for the Ravens with a free throw to come. Second on the freshman, Alec Carlson. Free throw here coming for Brian Griffith. It's up, and it's in and out. Griffith has struggled at the line in this first half. Very unconventional of Brian Griffith. He's usually a very sure-handed free throw shooter. 39-35, Ravens lead, 2:15 to go first half. Deneko Rucker. Pass down low, Rucker. Carlson, great ball movement here, Masadia. 10 to shoot for Colby. Carlson back to Masadia. Rucker, Griffith stays with him. Rucker the floater, it is off. Rebound tap to Griffith. Here comes Bryan the other way, attacking again. No, Carroll got a hand on it, and the Ravens might have gone a little too fast there. Rebound cleared out by Colby. Minute 45 left first half. Ravens by 4, they're on an 8-0 run. Masadia, and that's going to be the third foul on Chris Carroll. So Chris has 3 first half fouls. We won't see him again until the second half. And Caparasso comes back in for the Ravens. Free throws for Masadia. First one up, and he got the bounce. 39-36, Maxence Masadia at the free throw line. He had 25 points, 6 assists when these two teams played about 7 weeks ago. Masadia goes 2 for 2. 39-37, Ravens lead it by 2 with 100 seconds left in the first half. Brian Griffith guarded by the freshman Masadia. Kemboy hands it off to Kofer. Brian Griffith. Griffith gets to the post. Griffith finds Summers. Good look, Janai. Janai off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Masadia. Chance for Colby to tie or take the lead. Masadia, the attack. Rucker for the lead. And it's off. And a foul against the Trojans on the other way. That'll go against Katak. Third against Katak. A lot of foul calls in this first half. And now free throws coming for the Ravens. We got Katak with 3, Carroll with 3. Both teams have players to monitor in foul trouble. See the return of Malath Bakorny. Caparasso going to the free throw line for the Ravens. First one for Charles on its way, and good. Raven offense has been solid today. Colby's matched them though nearly shot for shot. One more free throw to come for Charles Caparasso. On its way, and good. 41-37, 8 points in the first half for Charles Caparasso. Minute 5, Masadia tries to attack. Rucker guarded by Summers, under a minute to go first half. Carlson gets a screen. Carlson's looking for the pick and roll. Truart goes up, and a foul is called. That'll go against Brian Griffith. Second on Brian. So free throws here for Truart. Both teams in the double bonus. So 2 shots automatically. First one is off. Rucker subbed out. One more free throw here for Truart. 53.9 to go in the first half. And Truart goes 1 out of 2. 41-38 Ravens. Coffeyville will bring it up. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Griffith hands it off to Janai Summers. Janai got off to a great start, has cooled off a little bit. Kemboy, kick to Kofer. 3 for Kofer is off. Rebound Masadia. About 7 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Colby can tie it with a 3. Carlson, under 30 seconds to go first half. Truart back to Carlson. This would tie the game, and he did it. Timeout, Jay Herkelman. 24 seconds left in the first half. We are tied at 41. Let's step away for 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Ravens and Trojans tied at 4.
Coffeyville to try to draw up a play to take the lead going into the locker room. And we'll see who gets the shot. Chris Carroll, who leads the Ravens in scoring in this first half and has been great. He's on the bench with 3 fouls. Griffith will bring it up. We're knotted at 21. 15 seconds left in this first half. Griffith guarded by Masadia. Now down to 10 seconds. We'll see the Ravens draw up the play. 8 seconds left. Bryan works left. 5 seconds. Bryan working right. Goes right at Masadia. Floater, no. And it's tapped around and out of bounds. Raven basketball. We'll see how much time they put on the clock. The horn did sound. And they're going to put .2 on the clock. So we'll see if the Ravens try for maybe a lob at the rim, because that's about all they got time to do. And they do throw one up, but it's deflected by Colby. And that is the first half here from Nellis Hall. Offensive battle. We are tied at 41, Ravens and Colby Trojans. Let's step away for 3 minutes. When we come back, Sophomore Day, we celebrate the Lady Ravens. We're back in 3 minutes with the Red Raven Halftime Show on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Nice job. All right, first up we have number 2, Titana Woods Blackout. Titana is from Colby, Oklahoma. He is currently leading the team in assists and is top 10 in assists in the KJCCC and top 5 in assists to turnover ratio. He plans on continuing her basketball career, but is still undecided where. Ladies and gentlemen, Titana Woods Blackout. Next up, number 3, Kylie Ortiz. Kylie is from Kansas, Oklahoma. She is currently top 15 in the conference and 3-point percentage. Kylie scored a game-high 27 points last season. Kylie has signed with Wichita State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Kylie Ortiz. Next up, number 4, Ray Richardson. Ray Richardson is from Olathe, Kansas. Ray is currently leading the team in free throw percentage and has had multiple games shooting 100% from the field. Ray plans on continuing to play basketball while seeking a business degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Richardson. Next up, number 5, Olivia Daya. Olivia is from Poland. Olivia had a game-high 17 points this season against Labette. Olivia
Halftime here at Nellis Hall with the Ravens tied at 41 with the Colby Trojans. I'm Shane Neal. It's the Red Raven halftime show.
An athletic career at a 4-year university. Olivia Daya.
Sophomores here for the game. We honored the men's sophomores.
Next up, number 11, Natalia Jones.
Ray Richardson.
Natalia is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She is currently averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds per game. Natalia serves as captain for the team.
Natalia Jones going from a player that really didn't see the court.
Natalia plans on continuing her athletic and academic career while pursuing a degree in nursing. Natalia Jones.
About as tough as they come. Ended up spraining her ankle against Hutchinson. Returned later in the game.
Next up, number 13, Bailey Lehman.
Of course, we see Bailey Lehman who a couple weeks ago.
Bailey is from Cleveland, Oklahoma.
State University.
Bailey is currently in the top 5 in the conference for 3-point percentage. She had a career-high 26 points, shooting 8 of 9 from the 3-point line. Bailey has committed to Rogers State University to play basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Lehman.
Great game. That's a great Ravens. Like we said, we talked about it with Coach Turner before the game, but not sure if this ends up going down as his most accomplished class.
Next up, number 14, Ivy Fox. Ivy is from White Shield, North Dakota.
Big moments.
She is currently second on the team in points per game and rebounds per game.
Expects to go on a run for
she had a game high of 21 points against Barton.
This group of
she is currently top 10 in the conference for points per 40 minutes. Ivy plans to continue playing at a 4-year school. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivy Fox.
Emerged in the second half of the season. Not that she wasn't very talented in the first half of the season, but the second half she's
next
taken
up,
a big step.
number 25, Jemiah Lyons.
An offensive focal point for this team.
Jemiah is from Topeka, Kansas.
Transfer coming up here now with
She leads the team in blocks and is in the top 15 in the conference. She also recorded a double-double for her 5th game of the season, pulling down 10 rebounds and 10 points. Jemiah plans to continue her athletic career at a university while studying agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, Jemiah Lyons.
Great day today. 4 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. And the win over Colby in game 1.
And lastly, we have number 31, Janae Black-Harmon.
What a sophomore class.
Janae is from El Reno, Oklahoma.
A group that will not be
Janae is second on the team in field goal percentage, and in multiple games shooting 100%. Janae plans to continue her academic and athletic career while studying nursing.
Presented by our friends at Community State Bank.
Ladies
Let's step
and
away for a
gentlemen,
quick 3 minutes.
Janae Black-Harmon.
Back on US 98 on the Red Ravens.
Once again, folks, we would like to thank all of these young ladies, their friends, and their families as well for all of their support. Good job, folks.
You're tough on the crack, though. I tell you what. Recommend me a book on communication, language, and life.
And I did find a good one.
NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
When you need to rely on a nursing facility for the care of a loved one, wouldn't it be comforting to know that the owner is providing the care? Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work in our community. From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
Oh, it's up! All right, folks. Hey, thank you very much for your participation.
Kids take their three-point shots at halftime, and it was quite a competition. But let's look over our first half stats here. In this one, both teams shot the ball very well. Ravens shoot 58% from the floor, 29% from three, 75% at the line. And the Colby Trojans 54% from the floor, 50% from three, 58% at the line. Leading the way for the Trojans, 15 points for Daneco Rucker, 8 points for Rafael Nagao-Truart, 7 for Maxence Masadia, 5 for Alec Carlson. For the Ravens, 14 for Chris Carroll, 8 for Charles Caparasso, 8 for Janai Summers, 5 for Brian Griffith, 4 for CJ Smith. Rebound battle tied at 14 in the first 20 minutes. Ravens have dished out 5 assists with 7 turnovers. Colby's dished out 7 assists with 6 turnovers. Second half just around the corner. Red Ravens looking to win and lock up that first round home playoff game. If they win, They'll be back here next Saturday. It's that simple. If they lose, they need a little bit of help on Wednesday. See if the Ravens can close this one out, get a win on Sophomore Day. Second half action starts in 3 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck's Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Got a car? Maybe a motorcycle or even a boat. Do you rent or own your own home? If you have any of these, call NDB in Coffeyville and then relax. NDB can protect your assets and save you money. They represent numerous insurance companies so that they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
Ravens and Trojans tied at 41 as we resume play in the second half. I'm Shane Neal, US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network. Coffeyville with a win would lock up a first-round home playoff game right here next Saturday. Kemboy, Griffith, Summers, Kemboy, Griffith, Summers, Smith, and Caparasso, the five out there for the Ravens. Chris Carroll on the bench with 3 fouls. There's a travel against Colby to get the second half started. Both these teams shot a very high field goal percentage in the first half. Raven ball with the first opportunity to take the lead in the second half. C.J. Smith. C.J. attacking Daneco Rucker. Now Griffith has it. Griffith to Kemboy. Kemboy working right. Kemboy looking for a pass. Jeremiah Kemboy. Janai Summers. Nice ball fake. Summers cut off by Carlson. Screen comes from Caparasso. That one deflected, and it will stay with the Ravens. 4 on the shot clock. It's deflected by Savan Katak. And with 4 to shoot, they inbound it to Griffith. Now 2 to shoot. Bryan got to put one up. He gets to the cup, puts it up. No good off the rim, and the rebound collected. So both teams miss on their first possession of the second half. Here come the Trojans. Alec Carlson has it. Carlson guarded by Griffith. Pass to Katak, had that poked and a foul against Kemboy with 19:04 to go. Second on Kemboy. There were 21 fouls called in the first half. Inbound goes to Masadia. We are a minute into the second half, still tied at 41. Rucker finds Carlson, who goes back to Masadia, 10 to shoot for the Trojans. Maxence Masadia really got going in the second half in the first matchup of these two teams. Rucker for three, that's good. Rucker has 18 points for the Colby Trojans. And Colby takes a 3-point lead early in the second half. 44-41 Trojans. Kemboy has the ball. Looks for a screen from Caparasso. Now they work it to Janai. In the corner, Janai gets it down low to Caparasso. Charles goes up, tough shot, and got the bounce. 10 points for Caparasso. First points of the second half for Coffeyville. 44-43. Colby Trojans up by 1. 18:03 to play. Colby by 1, and that's a turnover by the Trojans. Rucker cut in. The pass went wide. And a giveaway by Colby. Katak subbed out. We'll see number 13, Vladimir Korp, come back in. Korp, a 6'8 freshman from Latvia. Griffith, big screen comes from CJ. Brian for three. Good! Brian Griffith from downtown. Masadia took a hit to the ear. He's still holding that ear as he dribbles the ball up. 46-44, Ravens by 2. These two teams have gone back and forth all day long. Carlson, guarded by Griffith on the left wing. Alec Carlson gets a screen from Korp. Works it right to Rucker. Now the pressure comes. Down low, Korp goes up, ties the game. Korp with the finish inside. We're knotted at 46. CJ Smith. CJ attacking Rucker, kicks to Griffith. That pass a little wide. Brian keeps it alive. Finds Charles Caparasso. Now Kemboy. Kemboy the attack. Plants the feet. Griffith tries for another three. Good! Back-to-back triples for Brian Griffith. Ravens by 3. 6 huge points for the freshman out of Owensboro, Kentucky. 49-46. Coffeyville by 3. In a game they would love to have. Korp. Truart, Masadia back to Truart. He attacks, tries to hand it off. Ball is loose, still loose. Jump ball, Raven basketball. See Christian Larry check in, the freshman out of Atlanta. Raven basketball, they lead it by 3. The last 6 points for Coffeyville have been scored by Brian Griffith. Brian attacking, he's feeling it. No, he got the roll. It got the shooter spin. Brian Griffith spins it home. Ravens by 5. Griffith with 8 points in less than 2 minutes. Masadia's pass to Korp. Loose, and he stepped on the baseline. Back-to-back turnovers by Colby. Ravens have some momentum thanks to Brian Griffith and some stout defense. Brian brings it up. 16-10 to play. Ravens 51. Trojans 46. Brian Griffith passes to Janai Summers. Summers gets a screen from Caparasso. Charles hands off to Griffith. Griffith feeling it, sends it. Good! 11 in less than 3 minutes for Brian Griffith. Unconscious right now from beyond the arc. Ravens by 8. And a foul against Kemboy. Excuse me, they're going to call an offensive foul against Colby. That'll be on Korp. And that's the 3rd consecutive Colby turnover. Media timeout. Brian Griffith taking this one over. Ravens 54, Colby 46. We're back in 60 seconds.
Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or 1 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work in our community. From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community
Ravens lead at 54-46, outscoring the Trojans 13-5 in the second half. 11 of those 13 scored by Brian Griffith. He's up to 16 points today. Ravens now up by 8 with the basketball. 15:33 to play. Griffith. Screen comes from Caparasso. Brian looking left. What a move. Brian Griffith on another level right now. Floater off the window. Ravens by 10. Masadia the drive, fouled. Is it on Caparasso? Is it on Kemboy? They'll call it on Kemboy. That's his third. Second foul of the half against the Ravens. Both have been against Jeremiah. Chris Carroll has not played yet in the second half. He had 3 first half fouls. Carroll had a team high 14 in the first half. Carlson looking to get the ball in. And Carlson steps back, takes the jump shot, left it well short. Rebound Caparasso. Ravens all sorts of momentum. Leading by 10 with the basketball. Summers down low to CJ. CJ going at the smaller Carlson. Spins, goes up, got it! Ravens by a dozen. The tough finish from CJ Smith. Here comes Truart. Nice Euro step floater in and out. Rebound fought for, taken by Caparasso. Ravens all over the last 4 minutes of this one. And showing that they want to clinch that home playoff game today. Griffith, a little bit of a heat check, no good. Rebound collected by Colby. I wasn't sure if Brian was going to miss again today with the way he was playing, so it's good to see that he's human. Pass goes to Truart. Screen comes from the Colby forward, and there's a putback score and one for Bola Cook. That's going to be the 4th on Kemboy. So we'll see Chris Carroll come in. Kemboy picked up his 4th. Now Chris Carroll will return for the Ravens. Raven depth tested a little bit today. Of course, BK, as the free throw is good to cut it to 9. BK has been out for most of the season with a foot injury. Alvin Cole out with a sprained ankle today. So if Kemboy were to foul out and Chris Carroll were to stay in foul trouble, we may see a little bit of Des Marshall. And that's a Raven turnover. 14:09 to play. We are 6 minutes into the second half. Ravens lead it by 9. Brian Griffith got this team off to a great start. Can they play with a lead? That's something that's been a challenge for this team at times this year. Here's Carlson, finds Rucker. Rucker tries to go at Summers. Kick to Carlson. Good look for 3. It's good. And Colby's cut the deficit down to 6 just like that. Alec Carlson from downtown. 58-52. CJ, the fake. Carroll attacks. Carroll puts it up. Little strong. Late foul call. It'll go against Truart. Second foul against the Trojans here in the second half, and Chris Carroll will go to the free throw line. Carroll had 14 in the first half. He'll look to add to it. He has not played since about the 2-minute mark of the first half after picking up his 3rd foul. Ravens have outscored the Trojans 17-11 here in the second half. Free throws here for sophomore out of Tallahassee, Chris Carroll. He was recognized before the game. First one is good. Carroll, of course, started his career at Hutchinson Community College, transferred to Coffeyville after his freshman season. He's given the Ravens some memorable performances. He goes 2 of 2 with the line. He's up to 16 points. 13.5 to play. Ravens 60, Colby 52. Carlson hands it off to a Cook. And now Rucker. Rucker has 18 points. That's a game high. Rucker goes right at Brian Griffith. Hands off to Carlson. Carlson guarded by Carroll. And now Craparazzo switches on. Truart, 10 to shoot for Colby. Truart gets to the baseline, goes up, missed the shot. Rebound C.J. Smith. Carroll wants to push. Up ahead, Janai. Janai fakes. Cut off nicely by Colby. And now C.J. attacks and gets it to Carroll. Under 13 to go. Ravens by 8 with the basketball. Chris, double teamed, had it poked, foul called. Colby nearly had a clean strip. That's another foul on Truart. Second against Truart. Third foul against Colby. Raven possession, 12:55 to go. We'll see Griffith inbound the basketball. Brian Griffith, Chris Carroll, Charles Craparazzo, C.J. Smith, Janai Summers. That was the starting 5 today. That's the 5 that's out there right now. Janai. Spinning, Janai. He's been defended nicely today. Summers, deep 3, sends it, missed it. Rebound collected by Carlson. Colby defense gets a stop. They work it to Carlson, who's really come alive in the last 8 minutes or so. A Koch hands it off to Rucker. Rucker guarded by Griffith, poke from behind. It will stay with Colby with 17 on the shot clock. 60-52. Ravens going for their 12th win of the season today. Colby looking for their 11th win. They're separated by just a game in the standings. Colby's playing some good basketball as of late. Pull-up jump shot, up and good. That's Marko Malakinyasic, who cuts it down to 6. Griffith, CJ going right at the defense. CJ, no. Craparazzo on the glass, no. CJ comes up with it again, going back up and a foul. Free throws coming for Smith as Craparazzo and Smith didn't give up on the play, and the Ravens earn a trip to the foul line. Picorni called for his first. C.J. Smith is at the stripe for the Ravens. First one up and off. C.J., the freshman out of Oklahoma City. And we'll see the return of Vladimir Korp. Korp out of Latvia. Smith trying to put the Ravens up by 7, and he does. 1 out of 2 for CJ at 61-54 as we approach 12 minutes to go at Nellis Hall. Ravens win, they get to be here next weekend. If they don't, they need a little help to have another home game this year. Drive, they hand it off to Picorni, finds Rucker, good look for 3, and Rucker left that one short, one of his rare misses today. Offensive rebound by the Trojans. Malakinyasic. Carlson. 12 to shoot for Colby. Carlson, guarded by Carroll. Spinning, handing off. Malakinyasic step back. Wanted to travel, they didn't get it. Ball is loose and Griffith has it. Brian Griffith swings at Summers. Takes the shot, down low to Craparazzo. And finally a foul is called. That'll go against Korp. Media timeout, 11:22 to go. Ravens by 7 over the Colby Trojans, trying to hang on and clinch a first-round home playoff game. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Ravens by 7 with 11:22 to go, 61-54. I'm Shane Neal. It's US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network. Coffeyville has been helped a lot in the second half by Brian Griffith, who has come alive after the break. Went into the half with only 5 points. In the second half, he has 13 already in 8.5 minutes. Inbounds pass to Summers. Summers goes at Rucker, gets a screen. Pass to Caparasso, who goes up, draws contact. And Charles Caparasso will go to the free throw line. Charles Caparasso at the free throw line for the Ravens. Charles has 10 points today. His first free throw up and good. Charles Caparasso had not played much basketball when he was offered a scholarship to play at CCC. He's had some inconsistencies rebounding, playing defense, and has not been perfect today in one of his few starts of the season. But I'll tell you what, 12 points and what he's contributing on the offensive end, night and day to what we saw at the beginning of the season. He's come a long way. Rucker hands it off to Masadia. Ravens by 9. Masadia guarded by Carroll. Rucker guarded by Caparasso. Now they get it back to Rucker. Rucker, the drive, goes all the way to the cup and scores it. 63-56, 10:51 to go. A quick drive by Summers, and he's fouled with 10:52 left. Foul will be called on number 21, Picorni. And the Ravens already in the bonus the rest of the way. Colby has racked up the fouls in this one. We're about to see the return of Sivan Katak. Janai Summers at the free throw line. First one for Janai, up and good. Ravens have been a very strong free throw shooting team this season. That has continued into today. One more free throw for Janai as he tries to put the Ravens back up by 9. And he does. Janai Summers, 2 out of 2. He's now in double figures as well. 10:45 to play. Ravens 65, Colby 56. Rucker, Griffith with a steal. Here comes Brian the other way, and he finishes at the cup. It's been the 10 minutes of Brian Griffith. $10:26 to go. Masadia, pass to Satak. Masadia now to Malakinisic, spinning, putting it up, and can't get the bounce. Rebound battled for, last touched by the Ravens with 10:14 to go. Ravens lead at 67-56. Trying to complete the doubleheader sweep today after the Lady Ravens won earlier today over the Colby Trojans. Final score in that one, of course, was 59-43. That three is good for Maxence Masadia. 67-59, Colby not going away. The attack by Carroll, and Chris Carroll finishes at the rim. Ravens have really done a great job of finishing inside today. Masadia tries to answer. Caparasso might have gotten a piece of that. 3 for Malakinisic is good. And it's 69-62, another triple for the Colby Trojans. Griffith, 9.5 to play, Ravens by 7. Carroll, the attack again. Chris got a defender in the air, lays it in. Chris Carroll back-to-back scores inside. Ravens have 71 with 9:15 to go. What an offensive performance. Masadia. Drive, handoff Katak. Back to Masadia. He was so good in the second half of game one. He missed that one. Rebound by Summers. Ravens 9 to go. They have a 9-point lead. Janai on the right wing. And Janai, a floater inside. No, cleaned it up himself. Janai Summers didn't give up on the play, and he's got another score. Ravens back up by 11. Just playing so fast-paced offensively today. $8:35 to go. Rucker going at Kofer. He might have gotten hit in the face. Masadia works it to Polk, who gets it to Rucker. Rucker with 5 to shoot. Switches on to Griffith, goes up, scores it. Timeout, 8:20 to go. 73-64, Ravens by 9. We'll be back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and...
Ravens by 9 with 8:20 to go. I'm Shane Neal, US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. So happy you're with us here on this Saturday afternoon. Ravens go for the doubleheader sweep of the Colby Trojans. They lead this one by 9. Big game for Brian Griffith. Big game for Chris Carroll. Nice performance from Charles Caparasso as well. It's Griffith, Carroll, Summers, Smith, and Kofer out there right now for the Ravens. 8:10 to go. This is CJ. CJ handing it off to Carroll. Carroll attacking. Carroll fouled on the way up with 8:03 to go. Chris Carroll. He's been on a mission the last couple games. We saw him against Dodge last weekend where he put up 33 and 18. He's just done such a good job the last 3-4 games of attacking the rim, drawing contact. He's a great free throw shooter, so it's a recipe for success for the Tallahassee sophomore. First free throw, good. One more free throw here for Carroll. He goes 2 out of 2. Ravens at 75 points in 32 minutes. They have an 11-point lead. 7:55 to go. Carlson trying to go down low. Carroll took it away. Chris Carroll coming the other way for the Ravens. Carroll goes right at him and one. Chris Carroll, come on. Ravens by 13. They'll look to add one more. Carroll in his element inside today. Media timeout, 7:49 to go. Ravens by 13, 77-64. Griffith and Carroll leading this team to success. We're back in 60 seconds.
Coffeyville, and then relax. NDB can protect your assets and save you money. They represent numerous insurance companies so that they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
At Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, we take seriously our responsibility of caring for our friends and neighbors. We are your regional healthcare system, caring for Southeast Kansas and Northeast Oklahoma. With comprehensive technology and experienced medical staff, caring medical professionals, and a 24-hour emergency room staffed with emergency medicine physicians. We are people you know and healthcare you trust. For more information, visit our website.
Ravens by 13. Chris Carroll finished with the and one. He'll be at the free throw line right after this. Carroll now up to 24 points. Griffith has 20. Caparasso and Summers each with 12. Been a nice offensive day for the Ravens. They're shooting 61% from the field. Carroll, good. 25 for Chris Carroll. And the Ravens have a 14-point lead with 7:43 to go. Ravens in the double bonus the rest of the way as well. Rucker finds Carlson. Carlson to Malakinyasik. And Malakinyasik throws it right to Janai Summers. Janai coming the other way. Janai goes up and left that one short. CJ pulls down the offensive rebound. Kick to Griffith. Bryan left it short. And that would have put the Ravens up 17. Crowd was ready to explode on that one. Carlson, pressure comes. Gets it to Rucker. 7:10 to go. Colby down 78-64. And a foul called there. It'll be against Javen Kofer. Second on Javen. And Colby will have a 20-second shot clock here with 7:08 to go. The inbound will go to Alec Carlson. Carlson turns the corner. He's got a full head of steam going to the rim. And he's fouled, and I think that's the fourth on Chris Carroll. It is. So Carroll picks up his fourth. And we'll see Alec Carlson going to the free throw line. Carlson just 6'2", but he got some really impressive elevation on that attack to the rim. Kemboy will come in for Carroll. Both Kemboy and Carroll have 4 fouls, but of course with the way Carroll's played today, you want him in for the final 5 minutes. Alec Carlson at the free throw line, the freshman for Colby. First one is off. Carlson is out of Burdett. One of only 2 Kansas kids on this roster. One more free throw here for Carlson. He sends it and got it. So 78-65, 7 minutes to go. Brian Griffith brings it up. Griffith has 20 points, 15 of them in the second half. Kemboy hands off to C.J. Smith, had it poked by Polk. And the drive by C.J. put it up, no good. Good defense there by Vladimir Korp. Floater in the lane. They kick it out. Larry for 3. That is in and out. And the rebound, Javen Kofer. That would have cut it to 10. Instead, the Ravens catch a break. That one deflected by Rucker with 6:33 to go. Inbounds goes to Kemboy. Kemboy has the basketball, working left, spinning off. Kofer. Griffith, hands off. Janai. Griffith comes away with a steal. Griffith up ahead to Janai. Janai elevates and stuffs it. Right hand tomahawk Summers. 80 for the Ravens with 5:52 to play. Carlson Colby Trojans beginning to run out of time. Down 15 with 5:40 to go. The drive, the kick, Summers takes it away, and Summers is fouled. Free throw for Summers, no good. One more free throw here for Summers. Up and good. Five and a half to play. This is Christian Larry, the drive. Larry goes to the floater, lays it in. 81-67. Ravens bring it up with a 14-point lead. 5:17 to go. Carroll on the bench with 4 fouls. He has 25 points. We'll see how aggressive they are putting him back in. Summers. Janai looking for a pass to Griffith. Cross-court pass to Kofer. Javen hands off Janai. Good look for three. Summers, no good. Rebound CJ goes up and blocked against the rim by Corp. It will stay with the Ravens. This is Brian Griffith. Griffith on the right wing. Crossover move. Gets to the lane. Griffith fouled late. And Brian will go to the line with 4:43 to play. So free throws coming for Brian Griffith. 4:43 to go. First one for Brian on its way, and good. Two and a two for Griffith. It's 83-67. Carlson has it. They get it to Rucker. Rucker guarded by C.J. Smith. Under 4.5 to go. Rucker hands off Larry. Larry the attack. Larry goes up and stuffs it. 2 scores for Christian Larry here in the final stretch. Raven defense hasn't been perfect today, but the Raven offense has been one of their better performances of the conference season. Janai with the basketball, 4:05 to go. Janai the attack, the kick. Griffith, good look for three. Brian knocks it down. What a second half for Brian Griffith. Ravens continue to punch back every time Colby's tried to close the gap. Larry. Down to 3:42 to go. Kemboy nearly fouled out there. Lucky he didn't get called for his fifth. 3:37 left. Kemboy guarding Rucker. Nice crossover move by Rucker. Pass down low. Tipped by Summers. Taken by Summers. Ravens by 17. Under 3.5 to play. Janai the attack. Janai lays it up and he's fouled. Media timeout. Our final one of the night. Ravens 86. Colby 69. Chris Carroll coming back in as the Ravens try to finish the job on this Saturday afternoon. We're back in 60 seconds.
Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work in our community. From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
Fifth and Chris Carroll have combined for a 50-piece on this Saturday afternoon. Griffith and Carroll each with 25 points. Ravens lead at 86-69 with 3:27 to go. Janai Summers will be at the free throw line as we return. Ravens have shot 22 of 27 at the free throw line today. Summers is 3 of 4. First one for Janai is good. And if the Ravens can hang on for 3.5 minutes, we would have a doubleheader for the first round of the region tournament here at Nellis Hall next week. That'll be a foul against Colby. Excuse me, a lane violation against Colby. And so Janai gets another free throw despite missing it. 3:27 to go. Janai takes a deep breath, sends the free throw, and got it. 17 for Janai Summers. Ravens by 19 with 3:20 to play. Carlson hands it off to Truart. Works it to Larry. Larry tries to go at Griffith. Summers poked it, took it away. Janai elevating. Oh, man! Two-hand stuff and the foul. Janai Summers. Unreal. Foul against Larry. Summers with a little bit of a stare down after that one. Might have been warranted. One more free throw. Summers got it. He's got 20 points. 3 Ravens now have scored 20 plus today, and they lead it by 22. Carlson stops, plants the feet. Rucker for 3. That one is off. Carlson will run down an offensive rebound. Under 3 to go. 91-69 Ravens. This is Truart. Truart backing into Griffith. Puts the floater up and good. Much needed score by Colby, but still a lot of work to do. They're down by 20. Griffith works it up ahead to Kofer. Kofer pass to Carroll. Carroll to Summers. Summers sets the feet. Summers, not that time. So 2.5 to play. It's Colby basketball down 91-71. Larry goes right at Carroll, had it poked. Carroll tried to keep it alive. He could not. It will stay with Colby with 2:28 to go. Coffeyville has put up 50 points in the second half. Nice cut by Larry. He goes up and finishes. Larry's had a good second half. 91-73. Clock will wind. 2:15 to go now as the Ravens look to inbound it. Now to Kofer. Kofer back to Carroll. Carroll to Kofer. Ravens try to work it slowly up the court. Now they find Griffith. Gets across the midline. Bryan will slow it down. We're going to go under 2 minutes to go. Ravens by 18. And they have made plays in this second half that has separated them from a really solid Colby team. Summers the fake. Summers trying to get it to Caparasso, who goes up and got it. Charles Caparasso with 14 points today. That's a career high for the freshman. 3 is off. Caparasso comes away with the basketball. Under 90 seconds to go. Raven ball, they lead at 93-73. Timeout taken by Jay Herkelman. We'll see Jeremiah Kemboy and Des Marshall check in for the Ravens. Summers and Carroll come out. Summers, Carroll, and Griffith put on a show. And the Ravens are going to be back at home for round 1 of the Region 6 tournament. Carroll, Kofer, Summers, Griffith. These guys have made plays when they've needed it the most. Tonight, to keep potentially their season alive, getting a playoff game in this gym. Griffith. Griffith with 5 to shoot. Bryan attacks, tried to throw it up for Caparaso. Kofer 1 second, got to get it up, and he did not. So shot clock violation with 1 minute and 1 second to go. Ravens lead at 93-73. Colby brings it up. Ravens a minute away from clinching their 12th victory of the season. Pass inside, and that'll be an and 1 there for Vladimir Korp. Foul was on Kofer. Korp at the line, trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. So 93-76. Ravens inbound it to Bryan Griffith. Under 50 seconds to go. The pass stolen by Truart. And then that'll be a foul against Kemboy, and his night is done as he fouls out. And now more free throws coming for the Colby Trojans. C.J. Smith will come in for Kemboy. Has not been the prettiest 45 seconds here for the Ravens, but still leading by 17. Free throws here for Rafael Nagao-Truat. And it rims out. Rebound, Caparaso able to tap it to Des Marshall. Marshall brings it up, and they get it to Kofer. 40 seconds to go. Kofer driving. Backing up. Ravens putting the finishing touches on what was an unbelievable second half. Smith hits the deck. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow to Colby with 26.7 to go. Colby with the basketball as we go down to 20 seconds to go. Carlson to Truart. Truart will send a 3. He will miss it. Got his own rebound, floater up and off. Tip there is up and off by Larry. Smith has the rebound, and a couple players get tangled up down there. Jump ball, possession arrow with the Ravens. And I think now we'll see Coffeyville dribble this one out. Griffith brings it up. Final 7 seconds tick off. And the Red Ravens victorious on sophomore day. They doubleheader sweep the Colby Trojans. Final score 93-76. The Ravens have clinched a first-round postseason game at Nellis Hall. Let's step away for 5 minutes. Red Raven postgame show coming up after this. We'll go over stats. We'll hear from Coach Odom as the Ravens take care of business against the Colby Trojans. They controlled their own destiny, and they handle it on the court. Ravens will be at home for the first round of the playoffs. They win this one 93-76. The postgame show starts in 5 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Government and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New for Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
When you need to rely on a nursing facility for the care of a loved one, wouldn't it be comforting to know that the owner is providing the care? Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work in our community. From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
You have a choice on where to go and who you want to be. Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Ravens win this one 93-76 over the Colby Trojans, completing the doubleheader sweep. I'm Shea Neal. It's US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Let's look at final stats for this one. We'll be joined by Coach Odom in just a moment. Colby shoots 53% from the floor, 44% from three, 59% at the line. Ravens shoot 56% from the field, 38% from three, 83% at the line. Leading the way for Colby, 22 points for Danetko Rucker, 10 points for Maxence Masadia, 10 for Raphael Nagao-Truart, 9 for Alec Carlson. For the Ravens today, 25 for Chris Carroll, 25 for Brian Griffith, 20 for Janai Summers, 14 for Charles Caparasso, and 7 for C.J. Smith. Ravens shoot 25 of 30 at the free throw line. Ravens and Colby tie in the rebound battle, 27-17. Ravens only turn the ball over 10 times and force 18 Trojan turnovers. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. Jake Odom joins us next on the Red Raven postgame show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olay Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olay Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Red Ravens do what they need to do, get the win at home to clinch a first-round playoff game at home. Jake Odom joins us now for the Red Raven post-game show. And, Coach, it was a back-and-forth game in the first half, but in the second half, we saw Chris Carroll, we saw Brian Griffith, we saw Janai Summers. We saw this whole team make the plays they needed to come out of here with a W. Really impressive performance in the second half from your group.
Yeah, Brian came out hot in the second half. I think he had 11 points maybe in the first 4 minutes. But, yeah, solid team effort. You know, we were a little thin today with some depth, losing Alvin Cole. So, yeah, good team win and grinded it out in the second half. Played really well.
Coach Caparasso got the start today at center. Obviously, still some stuff to work on. Had some inconsistencies on defense, knowing where he was supposed to be, and ended up with 4 rebounds, which I'm sure you want your center to have a little bit more rebounds than that. But 14 points, really created some offense for himself and went 6 of 6 at the free throw line. From the Charles Caparasso that we saw at the beginning of the season to the Charles Caparasso we saw today, he's come a long way. He can positively impact this team now.
Yeah, he played well on the offensive end. We had some miscues on defense with him on the switches and some of the rotations, but he did well. But, yeah, he's got to rebound better. He had 0 in the first half, and he ended up getting 4. But to play 28 minutes, we're looking for him to get a few more offensive rebounds. But he's getting better day by day, and he's got a lot of room for it.
Coach, another great day for Chris Carroll. Really efficient, 8 of 9 from the field, 6 of 7 inside the paint. That's really what has caught my attention about Chris in the last 3-4 games is he's really starting to use that strength and that size to his advantage, getting downhill so quick with that strength, and he gets inside, draws contact. He's good at finishing around the rim, but even if he can't finish around the rim, he's a great free throw shooter too, and I think over the last 4 games he's really embraced that attacking the paint mentality.
Yeah, that's got to be his bread and butter. I mean, with his size and his speed, just getting downhill and attacking, and we put him in a few different areas to get the ball to where it's easy decisions, quick moves, and attack the basket. And like you said, the last few games he's done really well scoring the ball in the paint.
Coach, 93 points today, 56% from the field, and even on a night, 38% from threes, pretty good, but only 6 made threes. So your team really emphasized getting inside, finishing in the paint, and seeing those shooting splits and a 93-point effort from your offense. Good to see late in the regular season for momentum.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's kind of changed here later on in the year. We're trying to get away from jacking too many early threes and move the ball and get touches in the paint and get points in the paint. And, we were able to do that today, and that's why we're able to get 93 points.
Coach, your team goes for their 2nd straight win, trying to end the regular season with a victory over Independence, go into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum early on. What do you see from the Pirates? What do you got to do?
It's a rival game, and we're on the road, so we got to come out and we got to play for 40 minutes. We're going to get their best shot. They'd love to end the season with a win against us, and so we got to come ready and try to keep the momentum going into the region.
Coach Odom, good enough to join us after the game. Coach, final thing I have for you. Coach Herkelman and I were trying to figure this out on Thursday, but in your best opinion, out of Yusei and Aiden, who averages more rebounds per shoot-around? Because we were trying to figure that out.
That's no question, Yusei. Aiden might be a close second, but I don't think anybody's ever going to touch Yusei on that.
Absolutely. You heard it here first. Yusei, the number 1 rebounder for the Red Ravens in shoot-around. Coach Odom, thanks so much for the time. Enjoy the win.
Thanks.
Thanks to Nick Bryan back in the studio. Big thanks to everybody, for Andrew Elrod as well, for making this game a possibility. Ravens get a doubleheader win over the Colby Trojans. Until next time, I'm Shane Neal. We'll be back in action on Wednesday night when the Ravens take on the Colby Trojans. Stay tuned. The Erie Red Devils in Sub-State Championship action coming up here in about 45 minutes as they take on Pittsburgh St. Mary's Colgan. We hope the Red Devils have a great game and hopefully win the Sub-State Championship. I'm Shane Neal saying so long. We'll talk to you next time. Back to the music on KUSN.